Hey everybody, so this is my spring makeup look and it gives a fresh skin, glossy lips, and that effortless glow that we all love during the springtime. So if you want to see this look, stay tuned. I'm trying to stay focused. You think I got to be joking. I don't think I can wait. I just need it. Hey everybody, it's your girl Kendra and I am back for another video. And if you are new here, I specialize in makeup, hair, beauty, fashion, lifestyle, hauls, reviews. Your girl does it all. So if you want to see this, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to continue to this video because this is my spring makeup look and it's my go-to. So stay tuned. Okay, you all, so we are going to moisturize our face and we're going to use the La Roche-Posay. This one works really, really good on my skin. Dehydrates my skin for skin prep. So it's very, very moisturizing and it goes so good with my makeup that I have noticed that it really good hydration. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm, and this one is in Universal. And that I have learned is that it does really good with the blurring of my skin. It just does really, really good because I'm a girl who has a lot of texture in my face. So it does really good and it low-key leaves me a little semi-matte, which I really, really love. So this will be a really good addition to your makeup routine if you are combination or oily skin like me. Next, I'm gonna go in with Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. This one leaves the skin so lightweight. You still get a little bit of coverage. It's buildable and it still looks like skin to me. And you really do not need a lot of this at all. And it's gonna give you that light coverage, or it's gonna give you that light to medium coverage. And I really, really love what it does for the skin. It's like you're doing a little bit, but not too much. So if you have a little bit of texture, it doesn't sit into your fine lines. If you have a little bit of marks in your face like I do, like dark marks, it will definitely cover that. And also if you want it to be a little bit more on the sheer side, definitely go ahead and use a beauty blender. That is really going to give it that really, really lightweight finish. Me, I like my coverage in the summertime to be a tad bit on the light to medium. Like I want you to see it, but I still want it to look like skin. You know, like that's what I like. So I tend to just stick to what I like. It feels very lightweight, so I don't have to worry about a lot. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with the LYS Triple Fix. This one is a full coverage. And of course, I'm just gonna give myself like a little brightness underneath the eye because girl, you know I'm definitely not getting enough sleep, right? And I'm gonna give myself a really, very light. A little bit of the nose because I like to kind of highlight and contour my nose just a little bit. So we're gonna go in with that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let that concealer sit there so that we can build up that coverage. And in the meantime, we're gonna go in with the Anastasia bronzer. And we're gonna use that as our little bit of contour, but also a little bit of warmth in the forehead because I think it just gives a nice, subtle, you know, warmth to the skin right in here. And you know I have a huge forehead, so I'm trying to, you know, take a little bit of that and just, you know, get rid of some of that forehead that the Lord gave me, okay? Because girl, I don't need to think that much, okay? So we're just gonna do just a little bit right here in this little section. I'm not gonna bring it towards the front of the cheeks because I really want to do blush because girl, it is springtime and we still want to look a little warm, a little tan, but we still want to give a little color, you know? And we're literally just going to run some errands, to just do a little dilly-dallies. This is like, hey, we're just going out real quick, okay? We're going to start giving a little bit of this concealer. We're gonna start blending some of this in. And I tend to use this trick, the same brush that I use for my bronzer. I'm gonna kind of give myself a little bit of a light contour right on my nose to kind of just snatch my nose just a little bit, because I am, you know, I have a little self-consciousness about my nose, but only in this section I'm a little self-conscious about it. But you know, girl, do what you gotta do sometimes, okay? Now I'm gonna go in with a Sephora's Collection Micro Smoothing Powder, and this one is in 56. I like this one because I can give a little bit of a highlight while also making sure that the under eye does not crease, because girl, we do not need any creasing while we're out, but we definitely want to set this just a little bit of the face, just so we can set that with the One Size translucent powder. And what we're gonna do with this powder is we're going to bake just a little bit in certain areas. We do want to add a little bit of powder, even though we're trying to look glowy and look very summer-ish kind. I still have to remember that I am a little bit on the oily side, even though I'm combination. So you know, your girl still gotta add little powders in just certain areas where I know that I get a tad bit oily. I set my nose, I'm gonna set it with this powder, and I love doing it with this powder only because it's a little bit heavier than the micro smoothing powder, and it's gonna set differently with the nose oiliness that might try to come through a little bit later, because we're not stamping this into the skin. We are literally just tapping it in there, just giving it something so that the sweat knows this is what's gonna scoop it up, okay? So that's all we're doing. I want to go in with powder blushes versus me going in with liquid and blush. You know, we just going, you know, we just running around dilly-dallying. We don't need to do too much, okay? So I'm gonna go in with a mixture of volume 4 and also a volume 6, okay? This one is the orange color, and volume 4 is a whole bunch of pinks. So what we're gonna do is we are going to use the top pink right here, and we're gonna take a fluffy brush like this one, and we're gonna tap it in here. And if you think you have too much, we're gonna start from the outside, work our way in, and really get that color spreaded, you know? That's what we're going to do. It's springtime. Do not be afraid to put some blush on. Like, do not be afraid of it, because you know, if you're gonna be wearing white, you're gonna be wearing peaches, corals, all these colors, you want your face to have a little bit of a flush of color. That's what we want. Do not be afraid of blush. I know there's plenty of my clients, they are like that. They tend to be afraid of the color on the cheeks because they don't want too much. But girl, do not be afraid of blush. Blush is your friend. Because my outfit is white, I kind of want to give it a coral effect so it's not so much pink. So I want to tap a little bit of this orange from the number 6 palette of Juvia's. And I kind of just want to add a little bit of that orange to it, because it's going to give it that corally effect, you know? And I'm going to add a little bit to the top of my forehead area into my contour, because this is orange and it's going to give it that super sun-kissed look, but also coral at the same time. Now I'm gonna take my Sephora Collection Micro Smooth Powder, and I'm gonna take this one in 56. This one is, no, what is this one? This one's 65, sorry. And we're gonna take our powder brush and we're gonna swivel this in here, and we are going to dab and set our skin tint, okay? We really want it to set into the skin because it's hot outside. We don't know if we're gonna sweat. Well, I know I will. We're gonna be glistening a little bit, okay? Because I do have combination skin, and we wanna make sure to set this powder in place. This is one of those powders that's not gonna set into the fine lines. It's just gonna sit on there and move with whatever your face does. So we have no issues or no problems there, okay? Also, so I'm gonna go back in with my LYS concealer that I use underneath my eye, and I'm going to do a little bit of outlining underneath the brow. Just give it a little bit of a crispier look, you know? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. This one is in Deep Dark, and this one is from Juvia's Place. I'm gonna go in with this top color, and I'm gonna go in first with kind of giving my nose just a little bit of a contour. And I told you guys I'm a little self-conscious about my nose, just a little bit, right here in this top section, because my nose gets very, very wide right here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of bronzer with that same color and put this in my crease, because girl, we are just headed out. We do not need a lot. And I really want to say that with this spring look, you want to give, of course you want to give glowy, but you also want to give natural. You want to give, I didn't do too much, just in case you might meet your husband out there, or you might meet, you know, or you might see your husband out there and you didn't know he was in the same vicinity as you. You know, you want him to look at you and be like, ooh, girl, right? And you're going to take that same brush and kind of just dust it across your entire lid, because I feel like that is going to be such a cute look, because it's not doing too much and you're not really giving much color. It just kind of looks like this is how I woke up, this is what it gave, and you know, you have a little something, but you're not doing too much. Also, because I don't feel like doing too much, because we are just going, you know, hang out, just a little chill. It's still decent time frame, everything, you know. I'm gonna go in with my new mascara from Maybelline. This one is Sky High. I'm actually really loving this because it gives my eyes this natural looking effect. And when I do like 2 to 3 coats, girl, you would think I have falsies on, okay? But if you really want your lashes to give a pop on an everyday basis, like throw 2 to 3 coats on, girl, you do not need a lot of this. It's pretty thick. It's going to give what you want it to give, right? And also, because I'm not doing any liner, because it's daytime, we do not need a whole bunch of liner, okay? So I'm gonna give myself some bottom lashes with the same mascara, because I want my eyes to be the focus. Lashes, okay? So now we are going to be on to the lips, and I am going to be using one of my favorite lip liners, which is the Lip Lifter, and this one is in Cross the Line. Gonna go in with Milani's lip gloss, and it looks like this, and this one is in number 8, and it is called Soft Rose. This is like my new spring color. And my stepdaughter, she put me onto this little new lip gloss that's from the beauty supply store, and this one is from Ruby Kisses, and it's a lip oil. She said it gets your lips so shiny. So I'm gonna try it out and see what it's giving. We'll see. Ooh. It's cute though. Look how I made my lips look. Yes, God. This is our Morphe spray, and we're gonna set our face. So while we let that sit, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe eyebrow pencil, and this one is in Java. And I'm just gonna give my eyebrows just a little, when I say just a little fill-in, I mean just a little bit, because I like the way my brows look. And right before the video, I did a little bit of a like a brow shaper kind of thing, but you know, to kind of keep it in place. Really cute when it looks like a nice laminated look. So I'm not gonna be doing too much filling in. I'm a little sparse in the front, so I am gonna give myself just a little bit of brown in the front. But for the most part, I like it to look very much sparse. So give it that look. So I'm gonna go throw my outfit on real quick, and I'm also gonna take my hair down, and then we get straight onto it. Don't worry now, wasted the best of me. All you been, you don't care. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you all love this look, and if you did, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. Let me know what the next look should be, because I'll definitely have another look next week. So do not forget to subscribe and comment below what you like. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't worry now, wasted the best of me. All you been, you don't care. Not trying to be a nuisance, it's just urgent. Trying to make sense of little change, got me a war in my mind. Let it go away, he was holding me to the right, but it will pick up in front of me. All the while, I wave my arms and feel it is now. Still wanna try, still believe in good days are sunny inside. Good days in my mind. Look at her.